Imagine an early morning in Lamia, Greece. Sure. Watching the traffic move in a roundabout, you feel the pressure of the responsibilities of this life weighing down on your shoulders, and you have to ask yourself, what would Jesus do? I'm just kidding. This is not a religious video, nor am I a believer. Quite the contrary, actually. I would, however, like to see religions downgraded from protected beliefs to just regular philosophies. I think that could probably ease some tensions, but who am I to make that kind of claim? Welcome to Truck Sim Diaries. In this video series, I record my Euro Truck Simulator 2 gameplay, and I use it as a background for my unscripted thoughts on what's going on in my life and the world around me. Sometimes I will have a lot to say, sometimes I will just comment on the gameplay, and sometimes I will just be quiet. Either way, I am glad you're here, so let's take a look at where we are and where we're going today. And today's job is gravel. We're going to take him from the quarry that is called Rock Eater. It's a bit further down the road here to the right. We're going to take it back to the olive farm in Kalamata. So what do you say we get out of here? All right. It's time to hit the road. I haven't been in a quarry for a very long time. I don't think we've ever been to a quarry. Like when I've been recording, I don't really remember. If I have and I forget,
turn right.
I'm sorry. But it's like I tell my kids, I can't remember everything. I can barely remember anything. It's a beautiful locations. The mountains. Like this. I've always... oh shit. I'm in the...
Turn left and then continue straight on.
It's a two-way street. Who would have known? Yes, like I was saying, I've always wanted to live close to mountains. I don't like... Sweden is mountainous in the north, but where I live, it's you know, there's elevation variations for sure, but there are no mountains here. And I've always wanted to like live by the ideal location for me to live would be
turn left
by the foot of a mountain and close to a lake, a large lake.
Get ready.
So you could have mountainous terrain and
turn right.
and live by the water. That'd be the perfect mix of everything. All right, let's see. Pickup should be... This feels like a... Beacons kind of place. Gonna try to reverse it up in here. This looks like a marble production plant. Marble is a cargo. It's pretty cool looking, like huge marble blocks. And like for some reason I've never gotten around to driving marble. Though it looks cool with these large marble blocks just loaded on like a flatbed trailer. There are so many things that I want to do. It's crazy. Alright, I'll take this. Let's turn the engine off. Load it up. Alright, cargo's loaded.
Let's go.
Let's go. I've been really looking forward to this. I've been home all week from work, nursing a cold. It wasn't anything too bad, but just I've been lying down, resting. So if I sound a little, you know why. Alright, axles are down, beacons are off, we're on the move.
Turn left.
And I maybe could have, don't tell my boss, but maybe I could have been to work today, but, I'm too old to rush back to work. I feel like I'm gonna have enough time to do that.
Turn right.
And like, I'm not
Turn left.
that much of a fighter for corporations that I'm gonna sacrifice my, well-being for the sake of a company. I just won't.
Turn left.
Instead, I am staying home today as well to make sure that I am well rested. Oh shit, they came out of nowhere.
Keep right.
I keep having this debate with my wife. She's quite opposite from me. Like, she's a good worker, but in my opinion, she gives too much of her best to a company. But we're different, her and me. She gets a lot of motivation from like, doing a good job at work. And even though that's not my, that's not what gives me the largest enjoyment in life, I gotta respect that too. But like in my line of work, I hear so much bullshit, like from the management, and it's also like trickles down into the worker, into the workforce. you know, this whole aspect of like a little bit of stress is good for you, and like you shouldn't listen too much to your body. Like, yes, you should. Yes, you should. You should listen to your body a lot. That should be the thing you listen to the most. But you know, they want people to come to work, and that's how they make them do that. They make them think that it's this teamwork. But I've been, you know, my cold hasn't been too bad, honestly. I had a slight fever. Those days were a little, you know, I felt a little weak for sure, but you know, I've been able to. I haven't been like in bed all the time. I finished my resting, like my corner with the chair and all that stuff. Well, finished is maybe a stretch, but it is coming along very nicely. It is becoming this place that I long to get to sit down. It's really nice. It's vibing just right with how I want it. So I've been doing a lot of resting. So today is kind of a slow start, picking things up. I haven't done any strength training for a week now. And I feel like I am withering away into nothingness. So I'm gonna pick up some weights today, see how that feels. Maybe go for a walk, but I think that's pretty much gonna be it for today. But it's been good to get some rest. I think I like, you know, I think I needed some time off. I needed some rest at least. And we're out in the woods yesterday. That was delightful. So I took my kids. My wife was away this weekend. Went to visit some friends. So she was gonna come back Sunday. So Sunday I plan to take the. Oh, here we go. Cops. I took the kids out into the woods, made a fire, grilled some hot dogs. That was great. And they were kind of, you know, you never know how much you're going to pack because you never know how many of their friends are going to tag along. So it ended up being my kids and then 2 of their friends. So 4 kids. And my wife made it so she could also tag along. It was well needed for all of us. We're in this part of my life where there's a lot of kids' activities. My son started playing ping pong, and that's twice a week. And then there's swim class twice a week, and then there's figure skating twice a week. So swim class is only a 6-week. Never mind. Anyway, it's there's a lot of driving kids around right now. And it takes a toll, but it is manageable for sure. Just I was just really appreciative of being able to be outside in the woods with the kids, and we made grilled some hot dogs for them, and I had a piece of salmon that I put on the fire. It turned out just awesome, just great. I made some coffee. I had some time to just sit there by the fire with my wife. The kids, they fuck off into the woods and start playing their games. But me and my wife, we got a couple minutes to sit down and just soak it all in. That was great. Didn't go very far. Don't have to go very far. You know, whatever you're doing, the thing, the closest, the one you can do the most is always the best. one that's most accessible. I mean, surely I would love to go for a multi-day hike in the Swedish mountains, but where I live there aren't any mountains, so I could only do that once or twice a year, and doing that once or twice a year isn't really, you know, it's nice once or twice a year, but the woods that are right here by my, you know, right here by my house, they're always available. And I've started, me and my kids, we started using Duolingo and try to learn. They were like, they wanted to learn, they watched this Korean show called something or the other that is really popular with kids right now. It's a Dragon Throw, it's a K-pop comic show. I don't really know what it is. Anyway, they're watching that stuff, so they are interested in, and also they play Pokemon. So, like, they're interested in all kind of Asian cultures, or Asian pop culture at least. And I, through them, so personally, I've never been into Asian culture in any sense. I've always found it to be a little bit cringe. So I went through all my entire life just thinking,
And then turn right.
like, that everything about
Turn right.
like Japanese aesthetics, for instance, is just cringe and embarrassing.
Keep right.
But
And then turn right.
well, that was pretty foolish of me, or I have really changed a lot at least, because through my kids like enjoying that kind of stuff, I have to, you know, open my mind to it a lot more than I would have otherwise. So I started playing Pokemon with them, like the Pokemon card game.
Cool.
Just enjoying that,
Please
and
mind.
just enjoying the artwork, enjoying the printing, you know, the printing on the cards, and you know, the general aesthetics of things. And like, they want, you know, they like sushi, and they like to go into little Japanese stores, and they like, you know, they like that stuff. And so through them, I've also started liking that stuff, and I never have before. So like I said, I have to practice keeping an open mind, because I don't want to be the kind of, I don't want to scoff at their things, you know. I want to try to like it too, whatever it is. I'm always a little nervous when my kids start something new, because I'm like, shit, I'm gonna have to like this too, and I don't know if I want to. But man, it goes hand in hand with so many things in my life, like the Japanese aesthetics in general is just, you know, the balance of stuff. The philosophies of stuff. Just, I am not a Buddhist. Like I said, I'm not a religious person in any way. But if I were, I would be a Buddhist, because that's what I was talking about, the philosophies at the beginning of this show. Because a lot, like, you could have a debate on whether or not Buddhism even is a religion or if it's just a philosophy. And you would be hard pressed to find a definitive answer to that. So I've been reading and listening in on a lot of Buddhist philosophies. And man, if that is not a suiting way to think. So there's a lot of, on many points, do I have a lot to learn from Buddhism. I'm not about to buy orange robes and just, I don't know, do Buddhist monk stuff, but they have a way to put words on ways of thinking that I really resonate well with. We just call it that. And so the Japanese aesthetics is really nice. The Japanese philosophy of wabi-sabi, like observing and accepting the temporariness of everything in your life. Nothing is permanent. Everything is changing. Everything is aging. Yeah, I really like that. So we were talking about travel and going to visit Japan. I have a coworker whose wife is from Japan, and he's there for I think 6 months or a year now with his daughters, kids. And sounded not that I'm going to go there for 6 months to a year or anything, but I would really like to take my family to Japan for 2 weeks. Just do 1 week in Tokyo and 1 week out in on the countryside, Japan. So, just for fun, they wanted to start studying Japanese or Korean, and I was like, I don't know, man. Korean may be limited utility, and I don't know how much I can get into it, but Japanese for sure. So we started Duolingo learning Japanese, and it's pretty fun. Like I haven't studied language in, man, 28 years or something. So it's really new to me, and the language is obviously very different. Like I haven't gotten any. Yeah, I've only done a couple days training, but I learned how to order tea and water. Like Duolingo takes it really slow. It's a child pace, or it's an adult pace, maybe I should say, because the kids, they learn a lot faster than I do. And yeah, that was a lot of fun. It is a lot of fun, rather. We'll see what comes out of that. Oh shit! I need to. Yeah, there we go. I don't know if I'm going to learn anything that's going to be useful in any way, but at least we're having a lot of fun and we're doing something. Like, you know, we got this thing that we're doing together. Yeah, it's really good. Alright, let's take a look at some questions. Here's one from the subreddit Ask Anything. Guys and gals. Oh, sorry. Guys and gays. What do you find the most attractive in a woman? And what's your ick? And what I find most attractive in women is well, you know, they have to have a certain aesthetic to them. I talk about them like they're pieces of meat. I'm sorry about this. I shouldn't do this, but I'm gonna do it anyway. So I can't say like a particular set of features that is required for me to find a woman attractive. I can only tell when I see them. But there are a couple of features that instantly will boost their potential. And that is, in no internal order, one, altitude. Like, she needs to be, I can't lay off the tall ones. Like, you know, the taller the better.
Keep right, and then exit right.
And brains. Like, I need, but that goes for all the people in my life. Like, I need someone who's smarter than me.
Caution. Please mind the speed.
Because I are stupid, and if the person I'm spending time with also is, it's not going to be like, it's not going to be productive in any way. So I need her to be really tall, pretty, and smart.
Get ready to turn left.
Oh, we're already here? That was like the shortest. Well, I guess it was as short as the last one. I can do I think we got time for like one or two more questions because we're not there yet. Would you ever travel by hot air balloon? This is from the subreddit, a persona on Reddit. And no, I would never, ever in my life travel by hot air balloon. I would never go bungee jumping. I would never go zip lining. I would never go on a carnival ride. I almost don't go to, you know, regular amusement park rides. And the only thing that I think that I would go on, which is scary and height, you know, I would never go skydiving either. The only thing I would do is go on a fighter jet, because the reason why I wouldn't do any of these things is not because I'm not afraid of heights. I never have been, and I really enjoy, you know, being high up in the air. I just don't trust people, and I especially don't trust people who are trying to make money, because they will do the least effort to take safety precautions in order to maximize their profits. So I just don't trust capitalism. I'm sorry, but I'm not going on your stupid air balloon ride. I don't care how nice it was for you up there. It's just not happening.
Get ready to turn right. Turn right.
All right, next question. What is the first thing you do when you get home from work? Well, the first thing on my schedule is to go for a workout. I do strength training 5 days a week. But before I do that, I clean the kitchen because there's probably a mess from either my kids coming home from school or me or my wife in the morning before we all left. You know, just pick out the dishes from the dishwasher and just kind of stuff like that, because I need, you know, I can't go, even though I want to, I can't go straight from work mode to you know, workout mode. I need a couple minutes. I usually have like a banana or something to get some carbs, and then just do something like a little bit of a
Get ready to turn right.
a little bit of usefulness goes a long way.
Turn right.
But after that, it is workout, because then I got a little tiny gym in the shed out in the backyard, because then I get to do a workout, and I'm done. Right as I'm done, my wife is done with the dinner, and I get to sit down and have a meal. And that is for sure my preferred way of doing things.
Ready to turn left. Turn left.
And now all of a sudden we're here. Alright. What? Hold on, this is not very straight, is it? Let's fix this. Alright, that's better. Let's unload it. Alright, stats for the job. 437 kilometers of 37.8 liters per 100. No damage for 32 minutes. From Rock Eater to Eliarchos in our Scania R. 24 tons of gravel for almost the planned distance. We got tollgate. 5,853 was our total income. Taxes 877. Other costs was 100. Fuel cost was 300. Vehicle rent cost, I keep forgetting this. Revenue was could have been this is almost half. Guys, I gotta start remembering this. Help me out, please. Delivery rating 3.5 stars out of 5. 5 stars for damage, 1 stars for distance, 5 stars for fine, 5 stars for fuel economy, and 3 stars for mass. All in all, short, but no, it's alright. Thank you for taking the time with us. I really appreciate it. And remember, your attention is the currency of your consciousness. Make good investments. Bye.